Consider for a moment the sheer exhaustion of trying to hold the ocean still. We spend our entire lives building dams against change, terrified of what will happen if we let go, yet the universe remains fluid, always moving, always escaping our grasp. We have been conditioned to believe that control is the ultimate virtue, that if we just think harder, plan smarter, or grasp tighter, we can somehow guarantee our security. But this is a grand illusion, a beautiful, tragic trap. The harder you squeeze water, the faster it slips through your fingers. It is the same with life itself. By demanding that the future conform to our present fears, we strangle the very vitality out of existence. To look for security in a world that is inherently impermanent is like trying to anchor a boat to a wave. You cannot do it, and the sheer anxiety of attempting it is what we call the human predicament. Alan Watts invites us to consider a radical alternative, not the achievement of greater control, but the complete, absolute surrender of it. This is not defeat. It is the beginning of true mastery. What if uncertainty is not the enemy? What if the mystery of tomorrow is actually the very ground upon which freedom walks? Let us look closer at this mechanism of anxiety. You see, the ego that separate me we fight so hard to protect is itself just a shadow. It is a concept, a construct, built out of memory, trying to defend itself against the vastness of the cosmos. We treat the mind like an isolated fortress, constantly scanning the horizon for threats, but in doing so we separate ourselves from the very environment that sustains us. We forget that we are the universe. You do not come into this world. You come out of it in the same way that a leaf comes out of a tree or a wave comes out of the ocean. Therefore, what is there to fear? What is there to defend? When a swimmer panics, they thrash, they fight the water, and consequently, they sink. But if they relax, if they simply float, the water carries them effortlessly. This is the essence of letting go. Yet we are terrified of floating. We think that if we do not constantly direct our lives, everything will collapse into absolute chaos. We do not trust the organic flow of existence. We do not trust ourselves. But consider the heartbeat, or the way your eyes translate light into color. You do not consciously control these things. They happen by themselves, spontaneously, beautifully, without your ego's permission. The greatest processes of your existence are already operating on the principle of total surrender. You breathe out, trusting that you will breathe in. You fall asleep, trusting that consciousness will return. Why then do we refuse to apply this same trust to the trajectory of our lives? Why do we think we must steer the sun across the sky when we are just the ones basking in its warmth? To surrender control is to recognize that you are not the driver, you are the ride itself. And when this shift in perspective happens, a profound, shattering peace takes the place of chronic anxiety. Let us explore what it means to find freedom in the now. Most human suffering is a form of time travel. We regret the past, or we anticipate the future, ignoring the only reality that actually exists. Tomorrow is a ghost. It never arrives because when it does, it shows up as today. So to live for tomorrow is to chase a mirage, an endless loop of delay, a refusal to truly exist. When you wake up to the present moment, you realize that uncertainty is not a flaw in the design, it is the very space in which creation occurs. If everything were predetermined, life would be dead. Think of a piece of music. The purpose of a song is not to reach the final chord. If it were, the best songs would simply be the ones that played the fastest. The purpose of music is to dance while it plays. But we are so obsessed with the destination, so intent on securing the outcome, that we fail to hear the melody entirely. We treat life as a chore to be completed, rather than a game to be played. Watts reminds us that the entire cosmos is a playful manifestation, an infinite dance of energy, with no specific destination in mind. It exists simply for the joy of the happening. When you align yourself with this playfulness, the weight of the world lifts. You no longer feel the heavy burden of needing to survive at all costs. You see that life and death are just two sides of the same coin. True freedom is the wisdom of insecurity. It is the realization that because you cannot hold on to anything, there is nothing to lose. You are completely empty, and therefore completely full. Consider the freedom of a cloud. It doesn't make mistakes. It doesn't worry about whether it is the right shape or if it is moving in the right direction. It simply follows the wind, perfectly at peace. We, on the other hand, are constantly correcting ourselves, judging our thoughts, correcting our emotions, creating an internal civil war that tears us apart. We are trying to be perfectly straight lines in a curved universe. What happens when you stop fighting your own mind? What happens when you accept that your anxiety, your fear, and your confusion are just natural ripples on the surface of your consciousness? The moment you accept the ripple, it begins to dissolve, because resistance is the very fuel that keeps the disturbance alive. By letting it be, you return to stillness. This is the mystery of Zen, the art of intentional purposelessness. It sounds like a paradox to the logical mind, but to the heart, it feels like coming home. It is the ultimate relief. You do not need to improve yourself. Our basic inseparability is the very obstacle in the way. There is no separate you to protect. There is only the ongoing process of reality expressing itself as you in this specific location, at this specific moment. Look at the beauty of that design. When the illusion of separation drops away, the fear of uncertainty vanishes with it, because you realize you cannot be threatened by the unexpected. You are the unexpected. Every change, every twist of fate becomes another movement in the dance. You stop asking, why is this happening to me? And you begin to ask, what a fascinating development. Where will this lead? This is what it means to be truly awake, to live without a safety net, knowing that the sky itself will catch you. It is a state of radical trust, a surrender that yields infinite strength. So let go of the handlebars, take your hands off the steering wheel of the universe, allow the mystery to unfold exactly as it wants to, without your constant correction. You will find, to your absolute amazement, that things do not fall apart. In fact, they fall into place with an order and a harmony that your anxious ego could never have planned. For you are the ocean, you are the wind, you are the stars, and the entire game of life is just you pretending to be a separate person, trying to find your way back to yourself. Take a deep breath. Feel the weight of your body. Feel the air entering your lungs. This is now. This is the only place where peace resides. Do not look for it anywhere else. The future will take care of itself if you let it. Your only task is to be completely present, to accept the absolute uncertainty of this moment and find the deep cosmic humor within it. Let go, let the water carry you, surrender the need to know, and step boldly into the brilliant, terrifying, beautiful unknown, where your true freedom has always been waiting. For in the final analysis, there is nothing to hold on to and nothing to lose. There is only the cosmic dance, and you are the dancer, forever and ever. Amen.